Fiction channel. Today we're going to do something that we used to do often that we haven't done in a long time, and it is a bag-worthy video. It's a special request. We got a special request going out. Baltimore, Maryland, little Timmy Brandt wants to see an Is It Bag-Worthy video. He said he hadn't seen one in a long time, and Tim's our boy, so I said, I will do this for you, my friend. So we haven't done a spy one yet. I think we've done sword and sorcery, science fiction, gothic, and horror. The last one we did was a horror. It was like 6 or 7 months ago, and we had a special guest, Mike, a friend I made on Instagram. He's Hail Horror Hail there. If you haven't seen that, go check that out, wherever the link is. And if you haven't seen one of these before, Is It Bag Worthy? Basically, I have these bags here. Is that upside down? Yeah. I use these bags to put on my little books. To keep them sparkling fresh and clean. As you might have seen in my last video, there's cat hair everywhere. So the bags are, they cost money. So you can't just be putting bags on every book. So I have to choose who gets a bag and who doesn't. Now, it doesn't mean that the books that don't get bags are bad. Actually, I have books that I love that are not in bags. So it doesn't really make sense, and maybe that's part of why it's amusing. But that's pretty much how the series works. And let's get started. So first up, we have some not bag-worthy books, and it is the Rogue Agent series here from the 90s. As you couldn't tell from the cover art. I will say though that I love the way they look. We actually read and reviewed that one on the channel. It's not good. It's not a good book. And apparently the series ended without an ending. So nothing is ever resolved. Which is even worse. Makes you not want to read it, huh? But I do like the covers. I like how 90s they look. They had their own unique look to them. But not bag-worthy. And then we got some bags here. We have Commander Shaw, a counter-spy novel by Philip McCutcheon. The Deadline. Why is this in a bag? I think maybe just because it's older. The cover isn't really all that great. You'll see how many of these books compare themselves to James Bond on the cover. I always find that amusing. The Deadline. I don't know what this is. I haven't read it. Philip McCutcheon, a counter-spy novel. I don't know. Then I have James Dark, The Invisibles. This is my one and only Mark Hood spy novel. It's great, very beautiful cover. Mark Hood is an Australian spy. Intertrust agent Mark Hood. This one has voodoo priests. Nice. So that is why that is in a bag. There you go. Can't go wrong there. I have not read that one yet. Here's one that I was gonna read. I think I had it on my sitting next to my bedstand, but I ended up putting it away. For no reason. I think I just grabbed too many books and put them on the nightstand. So we got Secret, Hong Kong, Spy Chase in the City of Sin and Death by Quinn Leland. Espionage thriller. Look at how beautiful that cover art is there. Zoom in. See the man hiding here. Very classic. Spy in the dark alley. Exotic locations. Unless you live in Hong Kong now, then I guess it's not that exotic. Alright, then we got some non-baggers. We got a Martha Allbrand, Nightmare in Copenhagen. I reviewed this one on the blog. I don't think it's on YouTube. It was decent. Martha Allbrand is her real name. So I wanted to read a spy novel from this era written by a woman. There she is. And it was cool. It was okay. There's a lot going on. Usually in these spy novels, there is a lot going on. Which reminds me, I was going to show off my Helen McInnes, and I can't find any of my Helen McInnes books. She should be in this video, but I don't know where she's at. Did I put her in a different section for some reason? I can't find her, so she's not here. Sorry. Up next, we got some baggers here. This is the Peter Ward series. David St. John. David St. John is the pseudonym for E. Howard Hunt. If you don't know who E. Howard Hunt is, I'm assuming most of you do, because according to my demographics, you're my age and older. E. Howard Hunt was part of the Watergate scandal, worked for Richard Nixon, and did some time. He was a real-world spy. He was a bad dude. He was behind a lot of nefarious acts, supposedly. And the character, the smoking man in the X-Files, was based off of him. So before he was all of that, he was a writer. And he wrote lots of stuff. Spies, and he's got a CPA, private detective series, a hard-boiled series. And actually, I love the way he writes. I love his books. I don't like him as a person, I don't think, from everything that I've heard about him. But that's why these are in bags. This one is the worst cover, though. That's a terrible cover. Here's some good covers. The Towers of Silence. There we go. This came out in 1966. And then here is my favorite, The Sorcerers. Just can't get no glare on there. That's kind of difficult. There we go. So towards the end of this series run, he started to make the themes a cult. So it's like a regular spy series, and then towards the end, it becomes a cult, and this is one of the occult ones. I do have a review of this one on the channel. The Sorcerers. It was good. It was good. The man knows what he's doing. He was a spy. I mean, he's writing spy stuff. He was a real world spy. So, as I've mentioned many times, I have lots of assignment books. They're those ones that are always sitting up there. So I only grabbed a couple. So we're going to show some are bagged, some are not. So I'm going to show which ones and why, sort of, because it doesn't really make sense. But there we go. There's assignment Zoraya. This is the first printing. Fossil gold medal. Oof. Does it say? Let's see if I see a signature there. I don't know. I know that Ron Lesser painted a lot of these. So there we go. That's in a bag because it's classic fossil gold medal. First printing. And then I also have the reprint. And as you can see, they just reused the artwork. So later edition, I got to make the bags last, so it did not get it. So then I have another one where I'm showing the first edition and a later one. So here's the first in a bag. Carletta Cortez. I like that cover art. It's very, very fossil gold medal. That's the era right there. That's beautiful stuff. And then we got this 70s looking reprint, maybe 60s. Same book, different cover art. Still very suggestive, very sexual. Look at his jacket, though. So it's definitely the 60s or 70s. Looks like a corduroy jacket. I don't know. What's cool about the assignment series is, as it goes on, it goes along with the time. So if it was put out in 1962, it takes place in 1962. If it was put out in 1978, it takes place in 1978. And then the last one. This one's kind of backwards. All right, so we got the first edition here. Assignment Suicide. This has the classic Sam Darrell painting on the back. This one is, look how terrible it became. Who do you think should be the real Sam Darrell? Not this guy. No, get him out of here. Looks like Gomer Pyle almost. Anyway, there's our spy. Sam Durrell. Assignment Suicide. Beautiful artwork. But very sparse. Okay? Then I got this later edition, Assignment Suicide. And look at that artwork. It's superior. I mean, there's no denying it. That is superior artwork. That is gorgeous. Looks like, oh, we got Steve Holland on the cover too. I don't see his signature again. Yeah, sorry, art cover people. We're not looking all that up today. If you want to know, you got fingers. You can Google it. So there we go. So that's what I got for the assignment. We recently did a video with Check Your Shelf about Alistair MacLean. We did River of Death. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. Here's two of my Alistair MacLeans. Puppet on a Chain. This one's older. And we got, what the hell is that one called? The Last Frontier. That's a Fontana, right? I don't know. FB. So neither are in bags. No insult to Alistair MacLean. I've only seen Puppet on a Chain, the movie. I love that cover though. Why? It's so basic, but there's something about it. It's very appealing. But you know what? It's beat up. It still has a Second and Charles sticker on there, so you know that's going to be all sticky and nasty. This one should probably be in a bag. It's from the UK. I don't get to see those very often. Yeah, it is Fontana. There we go. And it used to belong to Charles Greenwald Jr. Was he an American? Was he British? I don't know. Here's some more baggers. This one doesn't deserve it. May You Die in Ireland. Michael Kenyon. Now, you know my love for Gothics here. Or maybe you don't. But anyway. But I love Gothics. I love the Gothic cover. The woman in the castle. And this seemed to blend the two genres together. Spy and Gothic. And it takes place in Ireland. And it's March as we speak. It was just St. Patrick's Day. And I tried to read this 2 weeks ago. And it is not good. There's a guy going on vacation, an average guy. The CIA or whatever slips something into his package so they can get it transported to another country. And he doesn't know it. So it's kind of like this wacky sort of comedy. I don't know. It was bad. It was no good. And for how serious that cover looks. Man, what a disappointment. So that was actually a DNF for the year. On the other hand, here's a great one that I read. The Acts of Atlantis. A Chandra Smith adventure. He is a spy. Chandra Smith, secret agent. So the main character here is actually Indian descent. Of Minotaurs. What does it say? Of Minotaurs and Madness. I loved this book. I loved it. It was so much fun. It had historical aspects. I like Greek mythology. And was it real? Was it not? It was like underwater adventure, all kinds of spy stuff, and yeah, this was so good. I think there's two more in this series, and I keep forgetting that I should try and find the rest of them. There we go. I should probably have it face the camera too, huh? Here's a classic looking one, a classic signet, the Nightshade Ring. This one says, all loud and proud, Espionage. In case you didn't know, a pure blood and thunder opus. Agent number 1 gets his throat slit in Rome. Agent number 2 is strangled in Singapore. Agent number 3 is Major Greg Keane, a hard-to-kill man who's the next in line for trouble. So yep, bag-worthy for the Nightshade Ring. Here's another one that I really loved. Black is the Color by John Brunner, the science fiction author. writing spy, and this had a lot of jazz and the London scene, 1960s, and then he tied it into the apartheid stuff in South Africa that was going on. Yes, and yes to this one. I always look for the John Brunner spy books. I always take a look in the science fiction section. I know that they're just going to put it there because they're going to assume that it's science fiction because that's what he mostly wrote. Always going to look out for more of those. I still haven't found one. He has a couple spy novels. And look at that beautiful cover art. I think in my review video I say who did it. I think it's Jeff Jones. But don't quote me on that. Here's a non-bagger, Copperhead. James Henderson, the suspense of the Andromeda strain, the action of a James Bond novel. This is about some kind of terrorist organization that unleashes this bacteria, and then all these nations have to get together to combat that, I believe is what the synopsis is. I haven't read it though. It's not in a bag because it's maybe a later era. It's in good condition, and I'm not too worried about it deteriorating on the shelf. So it's, no bag there, no bag. Got a bag here. Oh wait, this one doesn't count because I bought it in a bag. So that's one of the rules that I forgot to mention. So I bought it was already in this bag. But there it is, Hardy, Spy and Die, AC/DC, and Death. Wow, are they referencing bisexuality there? Is that what's going on? Yes, it is. So there we go. There's some gay spy espionage adventure. It's not the last one either in this group. I have so many baggers for this. Well, maybe we'll just cruise a little bit faster. I put this one in the bag. It's probably not worth anything, but probably one of my favorite covers. The Lofoten Run. Robert Middlemiss. He was a CIA agent on his last mission in order to kill, programmed to die. That is beautiful, especially the top. I love it. I haven't read it yet, though. Then we have our two Modesty Blaze. Both in bags. Those came in bags. But if they didn't come in bags, they would be in bags. So we're going to count that. I've seen a few of these around, but I like these pan editions with this leather suit. Modesty in her leather suit. Here's a non-bagger. The Spy with the Blue Kazoo. Got another Steve Holland there posing on the cover. It's from the 1960s. Dagmar was a comedian on TV. I had never heard of her before buying this. And I remember when I posted this in the book haul, somebody, probably Stiv Nagan, told me who the real author was. It's just ghost written by Dagmar. So it's not really written by her. No bag. Because, I don't know, it's kind of kitschy and cute and, I don't know. No bag. Here we go. Here's the other gay one. The Man from Pansy. Don Rico. The Man from Pansy. Buzz Cardigan. Fantastically handsome. Tough, brainy, deft, agile, and hip. Hip, among other things, to the gay underworld, where only vice is natural and where vicious enemy agents lurk to prey on weaknesses. Buzz Cardigan, super spy with a super hang-up. Follow his tangled, switched-on, swinging adventures as he faces death and fates infinitely worse, and learn how it feels to laugh uncontrollably while every hair you have stands on end. Espionage will never be the same again, and neither will you. So a comedy. I don't know if it's insulting or empowering. If they're mocking gay culture or celebrating it. But we got it. The Man from Pansy. Oh, no bag. Why didn't I put this in a bag? I don't know. It should be, right? You don't see that every day. That should be one that's in a bag. So no excuse. I have no reason for that one. Here's a couple of stinkers that are in bags. Operation Atlantis. An M.G. Braun. What does it say? Counter spy novel. Meet the French James Bond. I bought this because I was excited to read this because it was a French spy, and you don't see that every day. And it was very much a letdown because there wasn't really a lot of French stuff in it. And the French spy had a CIA friend, a United States spy, along with him. And the United States guy won every battle. He was the real hero. And the French guy was just along. I don't know. It was what's the word? It was limp. That's what it was. There's a review of this up on the channel. And there's a review of this. Also not good, but still in a bag. Oh, why is it in a bag? Because I want it to be good. I'm putting this bag on it and like willing it to be better than it is. And here's A Handful of Death by Con Sellers. Karate! This one's insane. This one is insanely bad. Con Sellers was a he was an interesting author. And he has lots of books like this. It's published by Beeline, which was the Sleaze publisher, and it's not Sleaze, and this scene does not happen, unfortunately. And there's a lot of like moody whining in it. And it's very confusing and none of it makes sense. It's not good. There's a review of this up on the channel too. It's in a bag because I love it. I don't care how bad it is. I love it. Here's a non-bagger. Cairo, Cabal. Alan Kalu. Alan Kalu was an actor, I think in the 50s or 60s. And he became a novelist. He stopped acting and started writing books. I read this. This is great. This is a good entry. Very mean. Very visceral. This is a tough one. It's tough. That's what it is. It's not as cute as maybe some of this other stuff. There we go. It's not in a bag. I don't know. It should be. I have no answer. That's stupid. You're supposed to have an answer. That's the whole point of the video. Idiot. Here's one in a bag. The Chinese Visitor. I put this in a bag a long time ago. Probably right when I first bought it. Because I like the cover. Look at that cover. It is brilliant. I reviewed this. This has a funny story. A funny little YouTube anecdote for you. When I first started and I was doing reviews. And, you know, when you first start, there's not a lot of people watching. And I got to this one, and then all of a sudden it blew up, and it was like 16,000, 20,000 views. And I was like, wow, I've been found. I'm finally good at something, Mom. I'm finally good at something. And then I looked at the analytics, and all of the views were like 3 seconds, 5 seconds. And I looked at where it was being shared from, like what video they were showing it after, and they were showing it after Hindi movies, after like Bollywood movies. For some reason, it attached to that. So if you go look at this video, 30,000 views, lots of thumbs down. Can you see thumbs down? I don't think you can. Maybe you can. I don't remember. So it was a disappointment, and it broke my heart a little. But the book is also not good. So it's a double whammy. It's a double whammy. Got some of the sleazier books here. Ted Mark spy thriller. Dr. Niet, get it? Dr. No, but in Russian, and The Real Gone Girls. Ted Mark is the man from Orgy, O-R-G-Y. I haven't read one yet. So I don't know what they're like. I'm assuming that they're comedies also. And they look like, yeah, that's Steve Holland on the cover of those. He's everywhere. No bag. I don't know. It doesn't really, like, excite me. This is how I feel about, like, the Shel Scott books. When I see these, I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll get it if it's, like, $1 or something. Here's one that's very similar. The Man from Stud. You too can be a wife swapper while happily unmarried. That is, if you are the Man from Stud. So they made a lot of these sleazy spy books from this era. I haven't read it. It's in a bag because, I don't know, it just looked like it belonged in a bag, looked more rare. Brett Steele meets the girl from Willing. Oh, God. Oh, those acronyms are just out of control. Here's some more. Here's some more sleazy 60s spy. The Mist from Sis. Who wrote this? Trallins. I don't know that one. It's a Belmont. She's the swingingest secret agent that ever changed. She's the swingingest secret agent that ever changed into something more comfortable than a French coat. Trench, not French. We got some no baggers. The James Mayo. I haven't read either of these. I'm not really sure what they are. Secret Agent Charles Hood. I know that the covers are very disappointing, right? Got the little tiny artwork. Why would you do that? You pay to have someone make artwork for you. Make it bigger. I don't get it. Oh, this one is hilariously bad because it has like they just went to a magazine and cut pictures out. It's a little collage. No bag. Not worthy. Lawrence Block. Lawrence Block is a great crime author. And I was surprised to see that he wrote spy novels too. I didn't know that. So, why would they insult such a great writer which covers this bland? I mean, this is almost blank. Good Lord, who published these? Jove? What? Jove is the same people who put out the Hawk books, all those men's adventure. They know how it's done. Why would they do this? Oh my God, what a travesty. No bag. No bag. Sorry, Lawrence Block, you deserve a bag, but Jove didn't think so. We have Our Lady from Lust. L-U-S-T. Number 1 there. This is by Rod Gray, which is actually Gardner F. Fox. It's more sleazy lady spy. Got a photo cover there. Yeah, these came in bags, but they would be in bags anyway, so I'm gonna count them. Oh, sorry, is my finger in the way? How's that? Is that better, guys? Ooh, you freaking perverts. So yeah, Gardner F. Fox wrote that, and he also wrote Cherry Delight. But we're not going to show Cherry Delight, because let me tell you, I don't think that Cherry Delight is a spy character. And I think that she sometimes gets lumped in with the spies, but I think she's more of a men's adventure hero character. She's more like the executioner than James Bond. And then we got 2 flagships. 2 of the flagships by one in a bag, one not. Now why? Why would that happen? Well, first off, I bought this in a bag. I don't know if I would put this in a bag, though. It wouldn't be at the top of the list. This would probably be more appropriate to put in a bag. It looks like, it's got much better cover art. I mean, come on. It's not even close. The Man from MOD. Ministry of Death. Yeah, that's cool. Put that shit in a bag, man. Alright, here's our last non-bagger. The Ace of Spies. I mean, look at the little cartoon drawing of this guy. What? Come on, man. Come on. Is this for kids? Look at how great that is. I mean, great. Bad. Bad great. Don Van Elsner. It's published by Award Books. No bag on that one. And then lastly, we got our James Bond. I have so many James Bond. I'm just going to show you the cool ones. They're all in bags. So we'll start off with these pans. There we go. There's Thunderball. So at first I was like, what's up with these covers? Why did they do this to us? But over time I've come to appreciate it. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because I like James Bond that much that it just makes it look cool. I'm like, no, wait, it is cool. You're like, maybe you're just thinking of the stories inside. Live and Let Die. There was a couple week period where I went to Half Price Books and they had all of these there. And I got them all in one fell swoop. And that is the last time that I have ever seen this edition out around in Ohio. From Russia with Love. I read this one. I loved it. It's very different from the movie though. I read Diamonds Are Forever too. That has a review also. I don't think From Russia with Love does. Yeah, maybe it does. Maybe it's one of the first reviews I did. I don't remember. One or the other, maybe both are up. Who knows? Who knows what's up there? Moonraker. And then For Your Eyes Only. I read this one too. This was the first one that I read. I was really surprised at how different James Bond was. He's like a real person. He doubts himself. He doesn't always win. Very interesting. Then we have this little bit later era with the photo covers, and these covers are so schlocky. And here we have the same thing where it's all this basic white cover. But the covers, the pictures are just so ridiculous. Spy Who Loved Me. Look at this guy in his pink wife beater shirt on. What's going on there? It looks like he's got a caulking gun. He's just going to caulk the back of her head. And there's Dr. No. This is my favorite James Bond novel that I've read so far. Honey Rider. That's actually Ursula Andrews pictured on the cover there. Ooh la la. She's definitely bag worthy. And then Moonraker, not as appealing, but still bag worthy. And then here's two of my favorites that Mark from New Zealand sent me, which, by the way, I know that we have another trade coming up. I didn't forget. I know it's been like 3 months. It take forever to do anything. I didn't forget about you though, Mark. We're still going to trade. I still got all of your books separated, all the ones that you requested. I need to email you, actually. So there we go. Not the first editions, but damn close. Oh, look at that. Look at that, From Russia with Love. Good Lord. This is probably like the 26th printing of this edition too. But man, I've never seen these editions in the US. Let's just look at that a little bit longer. That is beautiful. It's my second favorite James Bond movie. And probably my second favorite novel that I've read so far. I haven't read all of them. Casino Royale. Oh my God. I love it. I love it. All right, and that's it. That's it for Bagworthy. Hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned in the next 7 months. Maybe I'll make another one.